Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Aharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Welcome to all for this session on Ganesha Purana to chapter 83. In the previous chapter, we have seen the shocked Bhargava Rama, as per the command of his mother, performed all the funeral rites for his parents and then went to Dattatreya Muni, the sage Dattatreya's hermitage, and asked him for the help to perform the funeral rites. Sage Dattatreya helped him to ensure that 5 days of funeral rites need to be completed, and then he told that he will come back on the 12th day and he will complete the remaining part of the ritual. But at the meantime, Bhargavarama saw a tiger, and out of fear he shouted for his mother, being himself a very young boy. Then, while that time the celestial body is yet to be completed, so Renuka came with half celestial body in for the rescue of her son. While Jamadagni on the 12th day with a full celestial body, he went to the Brahmaloka. Renuka with her half formed body, she remained in many parts of the country wherein she was fulfilling the desires of the devotees. So this story has been brought deliberately because now the question is a young boy like Bhargavarama, who is feared of even seeing a tiger, how he could able to face Kartavirya, who is having 1,000 arms and is invincible. He can never be defeated by anybody. And all the warriors across the world, how he will going to face. The same question here is being asked by Vyasa to the Brahma who is telling the story. How did Rama, just a young boy and quite alone, fight with 1,000 armed Kritavirya's son and his army? Tell me in detail how he conquered that great hero. One day Rama questioned his mother, since the gods led by Indra shake in fear because they are frightened of him, since his army of 4 corps is endless like an ocean, how will I conquer him, O mother? Because his mother was staying with him to help him out. Though she was half formed, probably Dattatreya would have helped her to complete her celestial body. So, with her celestial body, though she was not with a human body, with her celestial body, she is remaining in contact with her son. Even today in Indian culture, it is believed that the departed soul, if they are loving to you for nearly 1 year, they stay in the house of someone whom they love. Well, leaving nothing out, tell me the way and also how to render the earth without warriors 21 times. I will do everything you say because through your favor there will be a victory and I will enjoy unequaled fame and renown among all things. Because Renuka is basically a Shakti Devata. She is a form of the Prakriti. She is the Adipara Shakti. She is the Chamundeshwari. So, because of that reason, Parashuram Bhargava Rama surrendered to her. He told her that how can I win over Kartavirya, kill him and all his army, as well various other warriors. And he wanted the guidance from his mother. You will have victory, my son. Make a propitiation to Shankara, and when Mahadeva is satisfied, everything that is wished for will be gained. After he had heard her speech, after Bhargavarama had heard her speech, bowed to his mother's feet and received her blessing, Bhargavarama went to Kailasa. There on the jeweled throne, Rama saw Mahadeva and he eulogized him after he had bowed to him with his palms bound together in obeisance. Bhargavarama paid the obeisance to Shambhu or Shankara, who is a Parvati's lord. Obeisance, O Lord of gods, Parvati's lord, Shambhu. Obeisance to the universe creator, creator of the universe. Obeisance to the supporter of the universe. Obeisance to the destroyer of the universe. Obeisance to the form of the universe itself. Obeisance to the universe's abode of the universe. Obeisance to the abode of the moon, cause of pure knowledge. May obeisance be to the one without qualities. Here, without qualities means someone who is above all the three qualities of sattva, rajas, and tamo. To the one who possesses shape, yet is without any shape, without any form. The Brahma is not having a particular form or a particular name. He is mentioning the same thing to Parashiva. Obeisance to the one who transcends the Shastras, the Vedas, and the Vedangas. Obeisance to the manifest and unmanifest self whose real form is truth. Obeisance to you who has transcended the qualities, to the one who reveals the three qualities sattva, rajas, and tamoguna. Obeisance to you who comprehends expansion but yet is devoid of expansion. Brahma continued the story. Having given ear to this eulogy, Maheshwara was quite satisfied, and after welcoming Bhargavarama, he said, I am satisfied with your immortal words, so choose a boon from me. Whatever your heart desires, O Brahmin, I know you are a Jamadagni, you are a son of Jamadagni and Renuka. Rama then replied, though he and his army had eaten, they had a feast in my father's house, the evil Kartavirya longed for the wishing cow, the Kamadhenu, and he angrily killed my father Jamadagni, who was without fault. O Lord, my mother Renuka was struck everywhere with 21 arrows. Then my mother commanded me, kill that evil king, and so I have come to you for refuge. Tell me the way I can kill him, and the way in which I by myself will render the earth without warriors 21 times. Because among those warriors, many of the warriors are the devotees of Shiva. So, without permission of Shiva, Parashurama, Bhargavarama will not be able to kill those people. Yet some of them may also be the great devotees of Vishnu, but the Parashurama or the Bhargavarama himself is an incarnation of Vishnu. So, because of that reason, he is finding a suitable, most convenient way so that both Vishnu as well as Shiva are pleased here, so that the warriors can be killed easily. Mahadeva, who already understood the truth of the matter, spoke to him after he had beheld in meditation the great six syllable mantra productive of happiness, that is the means of victory and satisfies Dviradhanana. So Maheshwara, Parashiva, Shambhu, he gave that six syllable mantra of Gajanana to Bhargavarama and told him to recite it so that he will be able to succeed in his venture. He said to Bhargavarama, diligently recite 100,000 of these mantras and undertake a fire sacrifice, undertake a yajna using a tenth of them. 1,000 times he has to do the mantra japa, and then one tenth of that time. That means 100 times he should do the libation for the ancestors with it. He should perform the yajna for 10 times. A libation for ancestors, that's basically the tarpana for ancestors with a tenth, and a meal for the Brahmins with a tenth. By this great devotion, the Lord Gajanana, God of gods, will be pleased, and everything will be done with the blessings of Gajanana. Having heard this speech, respectfully bowed to Shiva and received the assent, Bhargavarama went wandering here and there over the earth. He discovered an excellent spot filled with many trees and creepers in the region north of the Krishna river. It was quite delightful and conducive to some good success. There he performed that personal service as Shiva had prescribed, directing the activity of his mind and his senses into Gajanana. That Brahmin repeatedly recited the great mantra standing on one toe. In turn, he sacrificed with 1/10 of the recitation. As many times he had done the recitation of the Gajanana mantra. 1/10 of that time he performed the yajna. 1/10 of that time he performed the tarpana. And 1/10 of that he performed the Brahmana Bhojana as prescribed by Shiva. He performed libation to the ancestors with 1/10 and that amount of that amount, and fed the Brahmins with 1/10 of that amount. Then the illustrious Gajanana became pleased and manifested himself in a huge body which had 4 arms, possessed great powers of illusion, and was exceptionally handsome. His sacred thread was a snake, and he was resplendent with many ornaments, wore a diadem, the crown, and the earrings, and his face was beaming, his pleasant cheeks shining, his chest was glittering with pearls, coral, and garlands. His arms were huge, and in his arms he was holding a sweetmeat, a tusk, a lotus, and an axe. Putting a lotus on his trunk, the Lord began moving it about freely, illuminating all the directions and the regions with light. Suddenly, Bhargavarama saw him and closed his eyes when he was struck by that fiery splendor. Then the Brahmin eulogized him. So Bhargavarama started eulogizing. Obeisance to you who looks like 1,000 suns, O Lord of the universe. Obeisance to you, Lord of all knowledge, granter of every success. Obeisance to you, the Lord of obstacles. Obeisance to the remover of obstacles. Obeisance to you, the soul of everything, who brings pleasure to all. Obeisance to the God who is pleased with his devotees, whose food fulfills the wishes. Obeisance to the creator of the universe, and obeisance to its protector. Remove this huge obstacle which has caused the destruction of my austerities. In fact, initially Bhargavarama was worried that what exactly is this obstacle that appeared in the form of a huge body. He could not able to recognize Ganesha standing in front of him. Having given ear to this eulogy, Gajanana, his fiery energy quiescent, spoke to Rama, Bhargavarama, who was still confused by his intense fiery energy. Ganesha told him, he one on whom you were meditating, you were doing your meditation, reciting the mantra, and I am that person, and meditating day and night by reciting this silk syllable mantra. That is basically I myself. I have come now, O Bhargavarama, in order to give you a boon. Choose a boon from me, anything your heart desires. I am the creator, the protector, and the destroyer of many creations. The sages and the gods, led by Brahma and all the royal sages, certainly do not know my real appearance, but I have appeared to you in some form which you can recognize. Then the Rama said, he who is immeasurable, who sustains, creates, and destroys everything, but who will not enter the range of sight of people when they utilize the Vedas, austerity, yajnas, collection of vratas, gifts, nor yoga. He is certainly you whom I have now seen because of your favor, O Vignapa. That means Vignapa or the Ganesha, Gajanana cannot be seen even by performing all those vratas or chanting the Vedas, austerities, or performing yajna. Even with that, one cannot have the vision of Gajanana. It is possible only if the God wish to provide his vision. Give me just constant and rock solid devotion at your feet. What else could one wish for? Ganesha then assured him, O Bhargavarama, excellent among the Brahmins. Your devotion towards me will be rock solid. In spite of being enticed with boons, your mind is not overexcited. Take my axe for crushing all the enemies. Your name henceforth will be famous as Parashurama because the god Gajanana gave his own axe to Bhargavarama and calling him as Parashurama. Parashu here basically stands for axe. Brahma then continued the story. After Gajanana had given him this boon and the axe, he then disappeared while all the people were watching. In conjunction with the Brahmins who knew the Vedas, the Vedangas, and the Shastras, Rama then joyfully erected a large image of Ganesha, and having given away many gifts, he fed the Brahmins and erected a solid temple with jeweled columns. Then, having honored, circumambulated, and prostrated himself before Gajanana, Rama, Bhargavarama, or Parashurama departed for his own home, tranquil in heart. After that, Rama sacrificed intensely for the battle against Kartavirya, the lord of earth. He killed many thousands of kings and rendered the earth without warriors for 21 times. After performing a yajna, he then gave the earth to the Brahmins as an honorarium. So, since all the kings, all the warriors are being killed, whatever the land that he had captured, the entire earth that he had captured, he handed it over to the Brahmins as an honorarium, asking them to take care of the world. Taking him to the Lord Vishnu after they had seen his immense strength exceeding that of all the gods, the people then worshipped Parashurama. Then Brahma, concluding the story, he told, O my son Vyasa, in a variety of ways I have concisely described to you the glorification of the god Gajanana, O Brahmin. Even Shesha, having the 1,000 heads, cannot recite it in its entirety. O Lord of the sages, the man on earth who hears this Upasana Khanda obtains all his wishes and will reach Ganesha's home. There he dallies as he wishes until the destruction of all creatures. Thus ends the chapter 83 of Upasana Khanda of the glorious Ganesha Purana, in which we have seen how Bhargava had performed the severe austerity, reciting the 6 syllable mantra of Lord Gajanana as it was given to him by Shambhu or the Shankara. And then at the end of it, as per the ritual, when he completed the yajna, the panas, or even the along with recitation, the Brahmana Bhojana, everything, Lord Gajanana appeared before him and blessed him that he will be able to kill Kartavirya and the other warriors, and gave his own divine axe and called him Parashurama. Then the delighted Parashurama went around the earth after killing Kartavirya Arjuna. Kartavirya, the one having thousand arms, he killed him, and then he went around the earth for 21 times and cleared off the earth from all the Kshatriyas. That means he killed all the warrior class people and handed over the earth to the Brahmins as an honorarium, asking them to take care of it in a dharmic way. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.